Hi guys, it's me, Brandeline Johnson, and today we're going to talk about demystifying mediumship on day 3 of the Language of Light challenge. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Um, I'm here live on our group, Your Spiritual Awakening Community, in Facebook, if you want to join that, and also on YouTube, Brandeline Johnson, my channel there. So say hello if you guys are watching live so we can engage with each other, or let us know if you're watching the replay. Helps keep it bumped up for the rest of our community. So let's dive right in, right? Um, my water, my notes, right? Hi, Brenda. Hey, Stacy. Hey, girl. Hope you guys are doing great. Yay. All right. So let's first talk about what is mediumship, right? I don't know how long I could stay, but I wanted to hop on. Awesome. And I hope if you have to hang up, then come back and watch the replay because it's going to be a good one. Hey, hello. So what is mediumship, right? Let's talk about what mediumship is and what people think mediumship is, right? So mediumship is your ability to bring forward, hey Janine on YouTube. um Mediumship is your ability to bring forward someone that has already passed, right? Someone that is not on this plane of existence, or someone that is not physically in their meat suit anymore, right? But it also means channeling other light beings, right? Channeling, bringing through angels, bringing through spirit guides, right? So I guess let me describe a little bit about like the difference between a psychic kind of ability, right, versus a mediumship type of ability. When I say ability, I shouldn't even be ability. It's because you could do both, right? Um, they're just a little bit different. So intuition, right, or psychic is when you're using those receptors, like we talked about yesterday, to see, hear, feel, and know what is like around a living person or future events or past events, right? Whereas mediumship, you're full on having an actual conversation with an actual being, right? Hey, Terry. Um, you're actually having a conversation with a being. So when you're doing psychic ability stuff, it's super fun and everything. I freaking love it, right? But when you do mediumship, you're really going to remember these because it's literally like having a conversation. So it's like a psychic reading might fade away versus a mediumship reading. It's going to be full on, holy shit, there's somebody standing right here communicating with me, whether it be a past loved one, an angel, a light being, right? Or if you want to call them aliens, whatever. That's what mediumship is. But let me tell you, let's demystify this shit, because so many people are like, maybe I'm a medium. Could I be a medium? Or mediums are weirdos. Mediums, sit in a dark room doing readings with a crystal ball. No, 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 no. I'm demystifying it because mediumship, right, is more real than what you're seeing on your news channel, right? Mediumship and speaking to these beings is more real and has more truth than anything you will ever see on the news. Can we all agree with that? Right? Hey, Ali, I'm glad you're joining us too. Um, so who you are and who the world told you are eons apart, right? Eons apart. And this is why I get so passionate and riled up about this, about developing these receptors, about stepping in as a light worker, as a starseed, as a healer, to hone in on this so that you can be channeling through the truth, right? So it's also important to just mystify mediumship, because I truly believe that this is what is going to help us change reality, right? You guys, I believe, are lions, right? You have to, like, if you're going to change a paradigm, if you're going to change a paradigm, hey, Sterling, I just saw that you're there. Yeah, I wasn't going to click, but I felt a strong pull to you. Yay. Well, welcome. Spirit brought you over here, right? Where was I going with it? Because I got distracted from all you guys talking to me. Anyway, if we're going to change a paradigm, that means that we have to be brave. That means that we have to do something different. That means it's a little bit scary to some people to admit that developing these receptors, right, to is going to help you shift this paradigm. But you're going to be different than everybody else. And so you guys need to be brave enough to step forward into that, step off into this unknown. So I wrote myself a note to that reminded me of my mom, because I was really in to a lot of spirituality as a young person. And I remember reading The Celestine Prophecy. If you guys haven't read that, that was like one of the first books that I was like, what? It's kind of a story, but it was really good. And I remember asking my mom, why don't you live by these laws, right? These universal laws, or why don't we live this way? And she's like, oh, well, honey, because that's not really what reality is about. I have to go to work and I have to pay my bills and all this. So she would go right back into that old paradigm, right? Which is fine. That's what she was supposed to be doing. But I want to remind you guys that reality is only what you allow to be real for you. Your reality is only what you're allowing to be real for you. So if you're wanting to change your reality, then you have to do something you've never done before. And you have to step up, and you have to, reach out into this weird, what a lot of people call weird realm, right? But again, like I said, mediumship is closer to the truth than anything you're experiencing in your reality right now. And it's super interesting because, like, I was talking to my assistant today, Lynette, she's amazing. And she was saying for her, because she took a weekend a long time ago, one of my programs, she was saying she didn't think that would be normal to her. But then once she dove into it, she realized that it's always been there, but that it was me that had to like help her notice it, right? All of this stuff is all here, right? Your past loved ones, your angels, your guides, the light beings, right? There's so much all right here, right now, like in your awareness right now. There's so much there, but you're not aware of it. You haven't learned to move your awareness to it and to channel through it. So crazy, amazing. Here's the other thing with mediumship too, is I want to share with you guys. It's like, what are your guys' thoughts on dead people, right? Like, are your past loved ones, like the people that you really freaking miss, right? We've been taught, we've been told, right, that these people live on. We've been told that they live on through the Bible or whatever, wherever you're receiving information. Some people actually believe that they just get dead and they go in their grave and they don't live on. So there's different things you've been told about dead people, right? And then there's this hope inside of your heart. There's this hope inside of your heart that these people did move on, that they're still there, that they're okay, that they're happy, that they're not in dis-ease anymore, right? That they feel okay. That's our hope. So we've been told something, and then we have this hope in our heart. Well, mediumship makes you know, right, that they live on. Mediumship makes you know that they live on. And it blows me away that so many people think weird things about mediums, right? Right? Kelly's got the little sad face, right? I know they live on. Allie says she feels her son around her all the time. He's just a different person. So a lot of you guys, I would venture to guess that every single one of you has had some sort of an experience with a past loved one. And we're going to do something with this challenge today so that you can see it in action, which is fun. But I'm willing to guess that most of you have had an experience of one of your past loved ones, right? But when we're talking about, developing into our mediumship, that's when we're able to not just get a sign from our loved one, or not just feel them, right? Right? Not just feeling them and getting that little sign, which we're going to do today, but being able to communicate with some of these people that are like lost in the grocery store, the past loved ones that are lost in the grocery store, that want so desperately to get their message across to somebody else, or the healing. So here's another thing that for me, my personal story, right? Most of y'all know my husband died 10 months ago. My personal story, I would not have healed the way I healed and still am healing had I not been working in this realm, right? This healing from grief, right? Because of my knowledge, and not just my knowledge, my whole reality of working with the spirit realm, knowing that this energy transfers over and it's still there, really, really helped me. And seeing the big picture, right? And the big picture, probably don't want to take you off on that, but this big giant cycle, right? This big giant cycle of our evolution and how we all play a role in it as multidimensional beings, right? Yes, your body feels warm. So you're getting the goosebumps. So today, for the challenge aspect, I want you guys to pick a past loved one that you miss of your own, right? Pick a past loved one that you miss of your own, and then ask them to send you a song today. Ask them to send you something auditory, right? So, I mean, it could even be like on a commercial, something will pop out to you today. Maybe it's a song you already have heard from them before and it's going to show up for you. I want you guys to move energy, because this is the neat thing, right? We're talking about mediumship, but in reality, what are we talking about? Energy, right? We're talking about receiving and sending energy to telepathy, right? We're talking about moving energy. Even if the person passed away 5 seconds ago, someone's asking, I think someone's saying, is it okay to ask a person that's recently passed, like a month ago, for a song? Yes, you can ask them the second that they're passed away, right? That's a whole other training for me, right? I truly have done some phenomenal mediumship readings, like instantly after death. They're there. They're still there. There's no such thing as time or space. So it doesn't matter, right? Shannon, I hope that answers your question. But ask them for this song. And it might be, like I said, a commercial. If you're different auditory, you might already be getting the song in your head, right? But I'm asking you guys to, again, that's where I was going with this, is to move energy. You are so powerful, right? You guys have been so lied to. Like, I get so, that's my ego again. Spirit's like, it's okay. Spirit's like, it's all right if they've been lied to. When you guys are ready to come online, you're going to be ready to come online. That's what they say, right? But I get riled up as a human over here, right? Yes. Ask. Allie says she's going to ask her son for the song that she used to play when she was pregnant with him. Bless your heart. Like, I get all the like feels nowadays. I've always been empathetic, but not really. I think it helped me be a medium more, so that I wasn't like bawling my eyes out with everybody that sat across from me. I'm like, yes, this is actual logical knowledge that your past loved one is passed. And I'm here to give you this message. Like, let's get the message through, versus otherwise I'd be crying my face off. So some people that are really highly empaths don't necessarily particularly enjoy the mediumship aspect, but you're the boss of you. So moving energy, by you setting your intention, you're asking for the song, it's going to show the fuck up, right? I hope you guys have really enjoyed this challenge, this week's challenge. Tomorrow I have a super big, huge announcement for you guys. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned. And Ali says, if my son ever talks to you, please let me know. I get that a lot. So let me answer that question. They don't just randomly come to me. That's not the way it works for me. And they usually don't run into somebody that's not going to be a connection with you, right? Daniel Garcia, I have 2 visions in 2 years. Can you tell me why? Let me answer that question too. So he won't come to me unless I was doing a session with you. That's the way it works for me. Only time random spirits will come to me is if somebody that's connected to me. So sending you love on that, Allie. And then Daniel, 2 visions in 2 years. These are what I just call things are popping for you. Like, you're getting breadcrumbs, right? So there's so many of you guys that follow me that are having this little tiny experience here, or this little tiny experience there. And they're like, well, what was that? Can you tell me why? Oh, it's just because that you're firing on and off. It's them letting you know that you have that ability to have a vision, right? How about we develop into it so that you can do it at will? Do it at will. Do it for people, for yourself, right? And then they'll really be sending you visions. That's how it works for me, right? Bam! Then they send you that, right? So I'm sending you guys all love, right? Is that for everyone? Is that your boundaries with them? So yes, I don't do quote unquote readings anymore, really. So they all have to stay away, right? But that was for me. That was the way it worked for me. I wasn't really into doing the mediumship aspect at first, but then it just started happening. And yes, that would be my boundary where I'm not just going to have you come to me. So some mediums that flow through some of my programs, they literally will have hundreds of people standing outside of their door waiting their turn, and that's how they work. And then they will open channel when they are ready and speak to one of the people, and usually run into the person that needs that message. Hopefully that helps you. There's so much more to this, and I'm super excited about tomorrow. I have a huge announcement. So all of these questions that you guys are asking, you might have the opportunity to have me as your mentor. But you got to stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm sending you all love, and I will see you later, Tater.